Welcome to today's video. Hollywood has just been rocked by a dramatic courtroom showdown where Elon Musk shocked the world. In that tense moment, Whoopi Goldberg was visibly shaken, standing frozen, trembling, and breaking down in tears right in court. Secret emails, staggering numbers, and a terrifying truth that Hollywood has kept hidden for years have finally been exposed. What is this explosive revelation? And why did it leave Whoopi Goldberg in complete distress? Let's dive into this shocking case. Elon Musk versus Whoopi Goldberg. From personal feud to a larger battle for power. The ongoing clash between Elon Musk and Whoopi Goldberg has drawn the attention of high-profile figures, transforming what started as a personal dispute into a much larger battle over free speech and power in the digital age. Tucker Carlson, former Fox News host, publicly backed Musk while calling out Goldberg for what he labeled as hypocrisy. According to Carlson, Goldberg and mainstream media figures claim to champion openness and free speech, yet they are quick to attack those who express dissenting opinions. His remarks ignited further debate over who truly controls the flow of information in modern media. Tech investors have also entered the fray, siding with Musk. David Sachs, a prominent venture capitalist and advocate for free speech, argued that mainstream media is actively manipulating public opinion and silencing opposing voices. In Sachs's view, the Musk-Goldberg controversy isn't just about a televised disagreement. It represents a larger struggle between those who want to expand free speech and legacy media institutions determined to maintain their control over information. This perspective has fueled speculation that the conflict is less about individual egos and more about an ongoing shift in media power dynamics. As more influential figures take sides, the battle has escalated into a full-scale ideological war. On one side, Musk and his supporters advocate for open platforms where ideas, no matter how controversial, can be freely exchanged without heavy-handed moderation. On the other, Goldberg and her allies argue that free speech should come with responsibility, ensuring that misinformation and harmful rhetoric don't run unchecked. With both sides standing firm, the debate has extended beyond these two public figures and become a widespread discussion on social media and news outlets. This controversy has forced a critical question: who really controls information in the digital era? For decades, mainstream media has played the role of gatekeeper, shaping public perception through its coverage and editorial decisions. However, the rise of social media platforms, many of which are controlled by billionaire tech moguls like Musk, has disrupted that monopoly. Now, the balance of power is shifting, and the lines between traditional journalism and digital influence are becoming increasingly blurred. This shift has made the Musk-Goldberg feud more than just a headline. It has turned into a symbol of a much larger struggle over who gets to define public discourse. Regardless of the outcome, this dispute has sparked an important conversation about the future of media and free speech. Should digital platforms be controlled by a select few tech giants, or does mainstream media still have the credibility to serve as the primary source of truth? More importantly, who ultimately decides what information the public sees, hears, and believes? This is no longer just a war of words between Musk and Goldberg. It's one of the biggest battles over information power in the modern era.
Dyslexic kid read to me all the time. Yeah. And with the onset of audiobooks, now other kids who are like me or who were like me have access to audio for school things, for everything. And I said to them, you don't understand. You are what keeps me from going over the edge, because the books, whatever I'm...
Elon Musk and the Truth Files. Is a media conspiracy about to be exposed? Tensions reached a boiling point when Elon Musk posted a cryptic message on X. The truth will be revealed soon. Just wait and see. Within minutes, social media exploded with speculation, fueling an intense debate about what Musk might be hinting at. Was he about to release bombshell evidence proving a coordinated media conspiracy against him? Or was this just another one of his calculated moves to keep public attention on him? The uncertainty only added to the frenzy, with supporters and critics alike dissecting every possible meaning behind his words. As the tweet gained traction, theories ran wild. Some Musk supporters were convinced that he was preparing to expose confidential documents, proving that mainstream media had deliberately tried to discredit him. They believed he had obtained emails, recordings, or internal memos that would shake the media landscape. On the other hand, skeptics dismissed the tweet as nothing more than a publicity stunt. They argued that Musk, known for his flair for drama, was simply stirring the pot to keep his feud with Whoopi Goldberg and the broader debate on free speech alive. The speculation took on a life of its own when the hashtag #TheTruthFiles began trending worldwide. Social media users flooded X with debates, theories, and demands for Musk to drop whatever information he claimed to have. Some insisted that this was the moment the public would finally see how media manipulation works behind closed doors, while others mocked the hype, comparing it to previous big reveals that turned out to be underwhelming. Regardless of which side they were on, one thing was clear. Musk had successfully captured global attention once again. Meanwhile, major media outlets scrambled to respond. Some networks downplayed Musk's tweet, labeling it as another baseless claim designed to generate buzz. Others speculated on what he might reveal, with some journalists reportedly preparing for potential fallout. The anticipation only heightened as Musk remained silent after his initial post, refusing to provide any clarification. This strategy of controlled ambiguity kept the conversation going, with every passing hour adding more suspense to the already intense situation. At this point, all eyes are on Musk. Will he actually release groundbreaking evidence that exposes corruption in the media? Or is this just another psychological game designed to keep the public on edge? Is the Truth Files the beginning of a media reckoning, or just another fleeting controversy fueled by online speculation? As the debate rages on, one thing is certain. Whatever Musk does next will shape the narrative, and possibly the future of media trust, for years to come.
Recommend, frankly. Yeah. I don't know what else to say, but it is.
Elon Musk versus Whoopi Goldberg. A clash of two powerful personalities. Whoopi Goldberg, a veteran comedian and longtime talk show host, has never been one to shy away from expressing her opinions. Throughout her career, she has been a vocal advocate for social, political, and cultural issues. On the other hand, Elon Musk, the tech billionaire and world's richest man, is known for his controversial statements and his willingness to take on anyone who challenges him. These two strong personalities have clashed before, but this time, their conflict goes beyond a heated debate on live television. It reflects a deep divide in perspectives on technology, society, and free speech. The tension first erupted during a talk show episode where Whoopi Goldberg criticized Elon Musk's stance on artificial intelligence and his approach to free speech on social media. She accused him of using his financial power to manipulate public discourse and create a toxic online environment. In response, Musk fired back on social media, labeling Whoopi as part of the biased mainstream media and accusing her of trying to silence opposing voices. From there, the feud escalated, drawing massive public attention. But this battle isn't just about personal attacks. it highlights a fundamental ideological divide. Musk believes in expanding free speech at all costs, even if it means allowing controversial or divisive voices to thrive on his platforms. Whoopi, on the other hand, argues that free speech should not be an excuse to spread hate and misinformation. She insists that technology must be socially responsible, rather than solely serving the financial and political interests of billionaires like Musk. This ideological rift has fueled an ongoing confrontation that seems far from over. The situation took an even more dramatic turn when Musk released internal documents suggesting that the media is actively controlling the flow of information, hinting that Whoopi and others in her circle are part of a larger effort to enforce widespread censorship. In response, Whoopi doubled down on her criticisms, accusing Musk of pushing conspiracy theories and using his influence to manipulate public perception. This public feud quickly spiraled into a full-blown media storm, with millions of people weighing in on the debate over free speech, media ethics, and the power dynamics in modern communication. In the end, the battle between Elon Musk and Whoopi Goldberg may never have a definitive resolution, but it raises a larger question. Who really controls information, and where should the limits of free speech be drawn? Musk represents the unchecked expansion of technology and the belief that information should flow freely, no matter the consequences. Whoopi, on the other hand, stands for the idea that media and technology have a responsibility to protect the truth and prevent dangerous misinformation from spreading. The real question is, where do you stand in this ongoing battle?
Unsupervised FSD in Texas and California next year. And that's with the Model 3 and Model Y. And then we expect to be in production with the Cybercab, which is really highly optimized for autonomous transport.
Elon Musk versus Whoopi Goldberg. Is a historic lawsuit in the making? When Elon Musk announced his intent to take the matter to court, many initially dismissed it as a strategic bluff, a way to pressure Whoopi Goldberg and his critics. However, within days, rumors of a potential lawsuit spread like wildfire. The real shock wasn't just the idea that Musk might actually sue Goldberg, but the far-reaching implications such a lawsuit could have. If it materializes, this could become one of the most high-profile defamation cases in modern media history, with consequences that extend well beyond the two individuals involved. At first, legal experts were skeptical, assuming Musk was merely using distraction tactics. But as media analysts, prominent attorneys, and insiders from the tech world began seriously discussing the legal grounds of the case, it became clear that this was no longer just speculation. Major news outlets quickly jumped in, analyzing the possible claims Musk could make and how the case might reshape the media landscape. If Musk has enough evidence to prove that Goldberg's statements caused substantial harm to his reputation and business, she could be facing a serious legal battle. For her part, Whoopi Goldberg showed no signs of backing down. Rather than retreating, she doubled down on her criticism of Musk, accusing him of using his financial power to intimidate dissenting voices. She insisted that she wasn't afraid and was fully prepared to confront Musk if he actually followed through with legal action. Her defiant stance only escalated the controversy, deepening the divide between those who saw Musk's actions as an attack on press freedom and those who believed he had the right to defend himself against damaging accusations. What makes this potential lawsuit particularly significant isn't just the high-profile nature of the individuals involved, but the broader impact it could have. If Musk wins, it would send a strong message to the media and public figures that even influential voices must be careful about what they say or risk serious legal consequences. On the other hand, if Goldberg prevails, It would reinforce the right to free speech, especially when it comes to criticizing the wealthy and powerful. The outcome could set a major precedent for how public figures navigate media scrutiny in the digital age. Now, all that remains is a matter of time. Will Musk actually move forward with a lawsuit, or is this just a calculated move to control public perception? Has Goldberg unintentionally walked into a legal battle she can't win, or is she fully prepared to take on Musk, even in court? One thing is certain. If this case goes to trial, it won't just be a legal showdown between two celebrities, it will be a defining battle between financial power and free speech, between the tech elite and the media establishment.
Audiobooks has about 9,000 of them, and sometimes just sits.
My gosh, how do you ever leave?
Very reluctantly.
She dreams of finding a way to spend 6 months a year in Sardinia.
I'm ready to not be scrutinized quite as tightly as I am. And I think the further away I get from
Whoopi Goldberg versus Elon Musk, a heated clash over free speech and media control. The battle between Whoopi Goldberg and Elon Musk has officially erupted after the veteran actress and talk show host openly criticized the tech billionaire on live television. In a tense and fiery broadcast, Goldberg condemned Musk's management of X, formerly Twitter, calling it a complete mess. She slammed his controversial decisions, from mass layoffs and the monetization of blue check marks to the suspension of journalists' accounts. According to Goldberg, these moves weren't about promoting free speech, but rather a sophisticated way to control information under the guise of reform. Musk wasted no time firing back. He quickly responded with a series of cryptic posts on X, stirring up even more controversy. One of his most notable statements read, "Some people pretend to be the voice of morality, but in reality, they're just protecting their own interests." While he didn't mention Goldberg by name, many speculated that this was a direct jab at her. Musk not only dismissed the accusations, but also implied that his critics were actually the ones trying to control public discourse. Only this time, through mainstream media influence rather than social media platforms. This clash isn't just a personal feud. It represents a much deeper divide over free speech and media power. Musk believes that stripping away strict moderation policies on X is a step toward restoring true freedom of expression, while Goldberg argues that it has created a chaotic environment where misinformation and hate speech can spread unchecked. Their perspectives highlight two opposing extremes, one advocating for unrestricted information flow, and the other emphasizing the need for regulation to preserve truth and social order. As the controversy rages on, public opinion remains deeply divided. Musk's supporters argue that he is fighting against the monopolization of information by mainstream media, giving power back to the people. They claim that Goldberg and those who share her views are simply unable to accept that their influence over public discourse is diminishing. Meanwhile, Goldberg's defenders believe that Musk is turning X into a platform where the wealthy and powerful can manipulate information without any ethical boundaries. They see his approach as reckless and dangerous, prioritizing influence over accountability. The ongoing battle between Elon Musk and Whoopi Goldberg is more than just a war of words. It's a symbol of a larger digital age conflict. Should free speech be limitless, or do we need regulations to maintain balance? Is Musk truly defending open dialogue, or is he simply consolidating his own power over a platform he owns? Is Goldberg genuinely concerned about the truth, or is she representing a media establishment struggling to maintain control? These questions remain unanswered, and only time will reveal the true implications of this high-profile showdown.
Do.
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, really, oh great namer of the stars?" And she said, "Yes." I said, what name? She said, well, there's a lot of family names. We've got a lot of different people in our families. I like Goldberg.
All right.
And I said, okay, well, we'll try it. Well,
It stuck.
I said to my mom, listen.
Elon Musk versus Whoopi Goldberg, a legal battle and a high-stakes mind game. Just days after their heated public feud, Elon Musk shocked the world by announcing that he would take the matter to court. The media exploded with speculation, and both sides quickly took their positions. Musk's supporters were convinced that he was about to expose a game-changing truth, something Hollywood and mainstream media had desperately tried to keep hidden. Meanwhile, Goldberg's fans accused him of using legal threats as a distraction, a strategic move to shift attention away from his own controversies. The big question remained: was Musk truly sitting on shocking evidence, or was this just another calculated play to manipulate public perception? Whoopi Goldberg wasted no time firing back. On her talk show, she directly challenged Musk, saying, "If you have something to say it now. Stop playing this cat-and-mouse game." She accused him of deliberately stalling the situation to build suspense, claiming that if he really had something explosive, he wouldn't need to drag it out. Goldberg's response only added fuel to the fire, turning what was already a media frenzy into a full-blown spectacle. Was she calling Musk's bluff? Or had she just walked into a trap that he had carefully set? But instead of responding immediately, Musk chose silence. He didn't engage in any back and forth with the media, nor did he offer any direct rebuttal to Goldberg's remarks. Instead, he quietly assembled a powerhouse legal team, meticulously reviewing documents and preparing what many believed to be a well-thought-out legal strategy. For those familiar with Musk, this wasn't just an empty threat. When he commits to a fight, he usually has a plan. The real question was he waiting for the perfect moment to reveal a trump card that Goldberg wouldn't be able to counter? Meanwhile, the media war raged on. News outlets sympathetic to Musk began hinting that he possessed leaked emails and confidential documents that could change the course of the entire debate. At the same time, Goldberg's supporters dismissed these claims as nothing more than an elaborate ploy. Some speculated that Musk wasn't preparing to expose anything at all, but was instead using the situation to create doubt around Goldberg's credibility. This wasn't just a battle between two public figures. It had evolved into a larger war between opposing media narratives, each side pushing its own version of the truth. Now, all eyes are on Musk. Will he truly take the case to court and present undeniable evidence? Or is this simply a psychological game designed to keep his opponents on edge? Did Whoopi Goldberg make the right move by confronting him head-on? Or did she unknowingly put herself in a vulnerable position? Is Musk's silence a prelude to a major revelation, or just another delay tactic? One thing is certain: this showdown is far from over, and the world is watching closely to see what happens next. Whoopi Goldberg challenges Elon Musk. He can't silence me. As speculation swirled over Elon Musk's cryptic statements, Whoopi Goldberg finally broke her silence in a fiery television interview. In front of millions of viewers, she dismissed the rumors about a media conspiracy against Musk, calling them absolutely ridiculous. Goldberg made it clear that she had no involvement in any coordinated effort to discredit the tech billionaire and accused him of turning the controversy into a political spectacle. However, if her goal was to de-escalate the situation, her next statement had the opposite effect. throwing more fuel on the fire. With an unshaken tone, Goldberg declared, "I don't care what Musk says. He can't silence me." The moment her words aired, social media erupted, intensifying the already heated dispute. To Musk's supporters, this was further proof that Goldberg was deliberately provoking him while playing the victim, despite being part of the very media establishment Musk had long accused of bias. On the other hand, Goldberg's backers praised her defiance, arguing that she was standing up to one of the most powerful and wealthiest individuals in the world, refusing to be intimidated. Musk's response came swiftly, though indirectly. Posting on X, he wrote, "Those who scream the loudest about free speech are often the ones who want to control it the most." The ambiguous message only deepened the divide, as both sides interpreted it in ways that reinforced their positions. Musk's supporters saw it as a calculated strike against Goldberg and mainstream media, accusing them of hypocrisy. Meanwhile, Goldberg's camp argued that Musk was manipulating the narrative, portraying himself as a victim to distract from the deeper issues surrounding X and his leadership. What started as a personal feud has now evolved into a full-scale ideological war over power, influence, and free speech. Each side believes they are fighting for a greater cause. Musk advocates for a digital space free from the control of traditional media, while Goldberg maintains that media has a duty to guide public discourse and protect society from misinformation. The clash raises a critical question. Should free speech be an absolute right, or must there be limits to prevent its misuse? For now, the battle between Elon Musk and Whoopi Goldberg shows no signs of slowing down. With neither side willing to back down, every new statement adds more intensity to the conflict. Will Musk follow through with his promise to release shocking evidence? Is Goldberg genuinely defending free press, or is she part of an establishment trying to control the narrative? And more importantly, who is truly in control of this story? One thing is certain. This is no longer just a war of words. It has become a defining conflict of the digital age. Elon Musk versus Whoopi Goldberg. A showdown between mainstream media and free speech. Legal experts argue that Elon Musk may have a solid case for a defamation lawsuit against Whoopi Goldberg, if he can prove that her statements caused significant harm to his reputation and business. Under U.S. law, defamation cases require the plaintiff to demonstrate that the defendant's claims were not only false, but also damaging. Given Musk's status as one of the world's most influential figures, having a public figure like Goldberg criticize him on national television could have serious repercussions, especially if millions of viewers accept her words as truth. For Whoopi Goldberg, her statements weren't just personal opinions, they were widely broadcasted remarks with the potential to shape public perception. As a veteran talk show host with a devoted audience, her words carry considerable weight. Goldberg insists that she wasn't spreading misinformation, but rather exercising her right to free speech by calling out what she sees as problems with Musk's leadership of X, formerly Twitter. This raises an important question. At what point does strong criticism cross the line into defamation? As tensions escalate, Musk's supporters have come to his defense, arguing that mainstream media is trying to smear anyone who dares to challenge their authority. One tech investor posted on X, "The media always tries to tear down those who defy them." Stay strong, Elon. These voices of support come not just from Musk's fan base, but also from those who believe that traditional media outlets have lost their objectivity and have become tools for controlling narratives rather than delivering truth. What started as a dispute between two public figures has now transformed into a larger battle over power and influence in society. Meanwhile, mainstream media outlets have pushed back, accusing Musk of using his financial dominance to silence critics and reframe the conversation in his favor. Journalists and media analysts argue that if Musk proceeds with legal action and wins, it could set a dangerous precedent, one where the ultra-wealthy could use the courts to suppress dissenting voices. They warn that such a lawsuit could have a chilling effect, discouraging journalists and public figures from speaking out against powerful individuals for fear of expensive, drawn-out legal battles. The central question remains: who is truly controlling the narrative? Is Musk genuinely defending himself against false accusations, or is he attempting to silence one of mainstream media's most recognizable voices? Is Goldberg simply exercising her free speech rights, or did she cross the line by attacking one of the most powerful figures in tech? What started as a public feud has become a symbolic clash between traditional media and advocates for unrestricted free speech. Who will emerge victorious? Or is this just another chapter in an ongoing battle for influence and control? Thank you for watching today's video. Hollywood just witnessed a dramatic trial with shocking revelations, and Whoopi Goldberg's reaction only added to the mystery. Will the evidence presented by Elon Musk truly change everything? Or are there still secrets waiting to be uncovered? No matter where this story goes, it's bound to spark debate for a long time. What do you think about this event? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's discuss. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, so you don't miss our next deep dive. Thanks again, and see you in the next video.